Hello, Reading Group 1. Okay, our next lesson, we're going to be learning one more letter today, but before we get started on that, I want you to practice reading these words. So I want you to push pause on the video. I want you to read all three of these words, and when you're finished, go ahead and push play. Okay, so now we're going to look at our next letter, which is this one. Okay, so what do we have a picture of here? This is a pipe that blows bubbles. Have you ever blown a bubble pipe before? They're lots of fun. You dip the pipe into the bubble stuff and then you blow right here and bubbles come out of the top. This is a bubble pipe, and pipe starts with our letter. It says P. And what do bubbles do? They love to pop. So our sound for today is P, like bubbles popping. Okay? And this is our pipe. And you can see the letter at the top of the pipe. Okay. So let's go ahead and go through our steps with this sound. Okay. Let me find my right spot in my book here. The P sound. Can you hear P in this word? Pale. Say pale. Pale. Did you hear P? Okay, good job. All right, let's try one more. Your word is tap. Like tap. Say tap. Did you hear P in tap? It's at the end. Okay. Let's now try to find where is P hiding. Which room is it hiding in? Here's your word, grape. Grape. Say grape. Now let's try it. Grape. Grape. Where did you hear P? Which room? Right there. Okay, let's try another one. This one is zipper. 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 Where was the P? Right here in the middle. Sometimes it's hard to hear our sounds when they're in the middle of the word. I know. Okay, let's learn how to write our P sound. We're going to start with our pencil on the ceiling. This one is going to be a lot like our that we learned in the last lesson. We're going to start here and we're going to go down. And just like when we're dipping our bubble, our wand into the bubble stuff, you have to dip it all the way down in, then bring it all the way back out, and then blow your bubble. Okay, so we're pretending like this is our bubble wand, and we're going to dip it down inside the bottle of the bubble stuff, and then we pull it out and blow our bubble. So dip your wand down into the bubble stuff, come back up out, and then blow your bubble. Okay? Take your stick, put your stick all the way down inside the bubble stuff, then pull it out and blow your bubble. So this letter gets to go down below the floor, just like our g sound. Remember when we did g? We got to actually go down underneath the floor. Well, the same thing is for the P sound. You want to go down underneath the floor to make the sound the right way, or to draw it the right way. Okay, so you're going to have some practice pages where you get to practice writing the P sound. And we're going to learn a new word. Okay, so let's put our friends down first. There they are. And what sound do our friends make? Oh. Now let's put this new letter. We've learned this one, but we haven't learned a whole lot of words with it. So let's put it all together. So, P. P. Soap. This is our new word, soap. Now, if you have your vocabulary paper from the last lesson, we used 3 squares. We did road, we did soar, and roar. You should have one more square left. If you don't, you can just take any piece of paper, write the word soap, and draw a picture of soap, okay? All right. Soap. Now, let's look at our worksheets. So this lesson doesn't have a whole lot to it. We just learned one new word, but we're going to spend a little bit more time with our reading because our reading needs lots of practice. Okay. Here's our first worksheet. This is page 34, and you get to trace a bunch of bubbles. That'll be fun. So, but make sure that you go over the head, Nosy Ned. So this is just working on directionality, making sure that we're going this way with our motion on those bubbles. Okay, so just practice going this way. Now, anytime you're going to trace the P, remember to start and go down and back up and then blow the bubble. So you do not want to trace the bubble first. You want to trace the stick going down inside the bubble stuff and then blow the bubble. Okay, so make sure that we're tracing these the right way. Mom, make sure that you're watching them and make sure that they're going down and all the way back up before they blow that bubble. Because if they draw the bubble first, what's going to end up happening? They're going to end up reversing their letters. And this happens a lot because they want to draw that bubble first. Remember, if you relate it to taking that bubble wand and having to stick it down in the solution first before you can even have a bubble, they'll know that they need to draw that stick first and then they can blow the bubble. Okay. All right. So there's that page. The next one is more practice with writing P. This is page 23. Again, we get to trace the P on all of these pipes using this color. I know you know what that color is. Okay, then we're going to come down here. This time we don't have a dot, so we're going to make sure that we start our pencil in the right spot on the ceiling and go down below the floor, trace back up, and then blow the bubble. Okay, this is page 23. All right. Then we have this page right here. This is page 35. Okay, you're going to draw a line from the P to any picture that starts with the P sound. That should be easy, okay? All right, so that's our last worksheet. Now let's look at our reading page. We're going to be looking at page 6, and I want you to read this top section only, okay? So we're gonna save this part for the next lesson, so don't get ahead, okay? We're saving this part for the next lesson. We're just going to read this top section. And when you read those, I want you to, we haven't done this in a couple of lessons. Remember when we traced or we copied the sentence down onto a piece of notebook paper and then we cut apart all the words and then we had to put the words in the right order to make a sentence that made sense? I want you to do that with these, okay? Now, you can flip-flop these and it still makes sense. You can say the coat is on the soap or the soap is on the coat. They can flip-flop these and that doesn't matter as long as they get all of these sight words in the right order to make sense. Now, if you leave the period attached to the end, then obviously they know that the one that has the period at the end has to be put at the end. But if they don't have a period on it and they flip-flop them, that's going to be okay. All right, so make sure that we practice cutting these apart and putting them back together again, but I want you to read them also. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Stay safe. I miss you bunches.